So one tip I would give all teachers is to figure out ways of taking a material and putting it out there so that you're hitting all these different modalities, all these different preferences that are out there. So a quick example I could give, I used this one in a workshop recently, I love this, is I'm going to give you 4 different colors of Play-Doh. And I'd like you to take those different color of Play-Dohs and work in small groups and do a representation of what you think a good first page of a term paper would look like. Now most students when you mention that, and faculty when you mention that too, would kind of laugh and say, I don't understand, what am I supposed to do, Play-Doh and do a term paper? I'd say just do it. Now you're looking at your inductive, deductive, visual learners and auditory and all this other stuff, is if you think about it, and I take those 4 colors of Play-Doh, and first thing I do is we say, well, let's take the white Play-Doh, let's mash it into a little frame, and we'll call that the context. Let's take the brown Play-Doh and let's mash that out and we'll put that in the frame. We're going to call that the overall content, the setting. Let's take the red Play-Doh. We're going to rub that out and make a long line. We're going to put that right at the top and we're going to call that a topical sentence or the thesis statement. Let's take the black Play-Doh and make little dots and put these little dots in here and we're going to consider those to be the facts or the supporting evidence. And then you stand up in front of the group and you say to everybody, okay, here we go. Now this is a visual issue because now I'm showing you visually. Here's what we came up with. And you explain to the group what you just did. Years later, you will remember those 4 components of a term paper very, very cleanly. And you'll remember them for multiple reasons. You'll remember because you talked about them, because you were actively involved, because you actually played around and did something with your hands, and because you visually looked at it. You had all of the modalities, tons of retrieval cues, and just like that, you've got it down. Any classes you teach, if you can take these little things and have students work through it where they have to think through it and reflect on it and then share it with others, learning goes up.
I remember Dr. Van Wee. She had a project. She wanted us to make clay models of neurons, and I will never forget the parts of a neuron because of that. So things like that help me learn.